Okay, if the idea of putting your prices up right now makes you feel sick, but you know you can't carry on as you are, this episode is just for you.
You're listening to the Equine Business Podcast. Practical business support for equine business owners. With Jenny Bush, the Equine Business Mentor.
So welcome back to the podcast. I'm Jenny Bush. I help equine business owners to create a business that feels sustainable for them, not just affordable for everybody else. Now, today we are talking about raising your prices in the horse world, especially now with the cost of living, and why it feels so frightening and how to make that process feel super safe for you. Why does it feel so big and so scary and so awful? So pricing is not just about maths. It touches so many things. It touches your beliefs about money, your confidence in your own work, what you think your clients will afford, and all the unspoken rules of the horse world about doing things because you love them and not about money. Now, many equine business owners have grown up with this idea that horses are a privilege, you should be super grateful to be around them, and that you should not be in it for the money. And when you start talking about raising your prices, it can feel like you are breaking some invisible code. And I want to say it really, really clearly. Wanting your business to pay you properly is not greedy. Making a profit in your business is not greedy. It is essential. It's absolutely necessary if you want to keep offering the service that you do and you want to be able to support yourself. You need to make money. You need to make money. You cannot live without money. It's just the way the world works. Now, when you avoid raising your prices, there are some real consequences, some very, very real consequences. You work more hours to make up the difference. You say yes to clients and arrangements that do not feel good because you cannot afford to say no. You end up resenting everybody. You are tired. You're sometimes on the edge of quitting altogether. And I've seen it massively over the winter this year. And it can impact how your clients see you and see your work. Sometimes underpricing can signal that you do not value your own expertise, and people will pick up on that. So even if they do not say that out loud, they will pick up on that. So staying where you are might feel safe, but long term, it's going to damage you and your business. So it is so important that you get this right and get this to a level where you feel comfortable and you step up into that CEO that runs your business. So how do you make raising your prices feel so much safer? Now, there are a few things that can really help. So number one is to get super clear on your numbers. So it's not just about picking a price that sounds nice. It's about looking at your time, looking at your costs, what you need to earn, and absorbing that. It's not just about going, well, that's what everybody else is charging. I don't care what everybody else is charging. This is about what works for you. Another is to practice how you will communicate it, because often part of what feels terrifying is we don't know how to say it. We don't know how to communicate it. So write it down in plain, honest language. Practice saying it out loud. Take away the fear. Get clear on justifying why it has to be that price so that you can stand there and you can give your price with total confidence. Chances are, when you tell people what your new price is and you've had to put the price up, chances are nobody really bats an eyelid or questions you on it. It's all just fear in your head that they're going to pull you up on it. But actually, when you're really clear and grounded in, well, actually, it cost me this much, so this is how much it's got to be, it just makes it so much easier. And this is something that you can phrase in a certain way. So you can also choose to phase it in. So that might mean like raising your prices for new clients first, keeping the existing ones where they are, and then reviewing existing arrangements as and when you feel ready. Yeah, there's not a right way, but there are lots of ways to do it that feel respectful and kind to you both and your clients. Now, I've got a lot of clients that still grandfathered in on old prices, and just because they pay me consistently, I'm quite happy with that. So I don't feel the need to raise their prices, but new people do not pay the same rates that they pay. But they've not been in my world for 10 years and been paying me consistently for the last 10 years. So this is something that I really support my clients with, especially inside the collective quite a lot. It's just about having someone to reality check your thinking, to hold your hand and help you to come out of your head on all of those things a little bit. So these conversations really help to make a big difference, because actually sometimes I look at people and be like, you what? You what? And then when I put it in perspective of what I've paid or how much, like even somebody said to me recently, oh, but nobody's got any money and nobody's paying for anything. And I just looked at them and went, well, I just gave my coach $3,000 yesterday. But I did invest in my business £3,000 very recently. When you think of it in that term, sometimes it's like, well, actually, I'm not telling the truth. And we do often, that inner voice inside our head around pricing is often lying to us and telling us things that might be reality for us, but they're not reality for everybody else. So having those conversations will make a huge difference. So raising prices in your business is never going to feel totally comfortable, but it doesn't have to feel like you're about to jump off a cliff either. So with some clear thinking, some planning, some support, it can help you to it can be a natural step rather than a crisis point. So if you're currently staring at your prices and thinking, this is not working, but I've got no idea what to do about it, you're very welcome to message me. Tell me a bit about your situation and I can let you know how I can help, or if the collective would be a good place to get started and to work it through. And I'll give you some questions to get you going. I'll see you soon. So do let me know if this episode helped. Leave a comment, head over to Instagram, send me a message, or screenshot this and share it to your stories and say thank you for the episode and tag me as mentor. Tag me at the Equine Business Mentor so I can thank you personally. So for now, thanks for letting me in your ears. I will see you soon. Take care.